Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pretty Girl Confessions. I'm your host, your pretty girl, and today I wanted to talk about how to truly live your best life. Let's get into it. So, I thought about this video whenever I opened up Pinterest, and what really captured me and my attention is the fact that when I open this, I see so many things that just inspire me. So many things that when I look at them, they represent to me my dream life. And I truly think this is the key to having a happy, healthy, beautiful, passionate life. You have to figure out what it is that inspires you and just start doing that, start embodying that. If you open Pinterest and you see these girls that have the glitter temporary tattoos, I'm actually looking at a photo right now, and that sparks joy and life and passion. And wow, I want that. That's so cute. That's so me aesthetic. Then just do it. That's why you're unhappy because you are purposely holding back from doing all these things that inspire you, that make you go, wow, I want that. I want to do that. I want to look like that. I want to have that. And if you would just take literally the inspiration that you're getting constantly and use that as a directional tool for what to do, then you would be happy. It's literally quite simple. The key to being happy is to constantly be doing the things that keep you inspired. Keep going after things that are inspiring to you, that are aspirational to you. And I feel like so many, specifically women, will hold back from doing things that literally make their clock tick, gives them fire in their belly because of what everyone else is going to think. And that's just so stupid. That's so disheartening that we're going to hold back from what exactly we want just because of what someone else would think. Why do you care what other people think? Do they live your life? No. Sure, they might not get it. They might not understand the aesthetic. You might be into cottagecore and someone might think that's corny. But why does it matter? You only have one life. If you were to pass away tomorrow, would you die feeling like, oh, well, at least Sarah didn't think I was embarrassing because I was really into cottagecore or I really embodied the whole like Y2K aesthetic? No, you wouldn't be thinking that. What you would probably be thinking your last like 7 minutes of life, you'd be like, wow, I held back from doing everything I wanted to do out of fear of what others would think of me. Isn't that depressing? Isn't that sad? And the thing is, people don't want to think like this until they get old. People really don't think about this till they're old and they're sick and they're decrepit, or whenever they're like a mom of 17 kids and they have no option but to be a mom. um, that's whenever people go, wow, I really should have done this. I have all these regrets. I should have done that. So instead of being 90 and having all these regrets on your deathbed, why not just do everything that inspires you right now? This is truly the key to having a happy, passionate life that's also full of all the aspirations that you had, you achieving them. So to achieve all these goals, you have to go after everything that inspires you. So literally just go on Pinterest, look through your feed, look through all your boards where it's your aesthetics, your goals, everything that inspires you, and start doing the things. I remember a long time ago, one of my things I used to have on my vision boards was always these beautiful nails. I would always have like the same style. I'm a very much a classy French tip girl. I love other styles, but I always come back to the classic. I'll get it with like the pearl or the chrome or like the cat eye look, but it's usually always very simple, classy, pinkish nude, long almond French tip. I just am obsessed with them. And I remember wanting to be that girl that always had her nails done and always looked amazing and just flawless put together. And I feel like nails, really nice nails, embodies that. And one day I just decided, why don't I just get my nails done and just keep doing them? It's really not that hard. It was just the decision to actually go out of my way to either buy press-ons or go to the nail salon and just do it. That's all it was. And then once I did that, I remember a few months went by and I realized, oh my God, I am that girl on my vision board because I have started doing my nails like that. Isn't that wonderful? Instead of reflecting and being, oh, poor me, I wish I could be that person. That's what I aspire to be. I became that person. And all it took was a $10 set of nails at Walmart. And I will say, if you're a nail girly, I highly recommend getting press-ons, doing them yourself, and then you can even add your own charms and everything to them. You're going to save a lot of money if you do it like that. That's what I like to do, just because I don't have time to go to nail salons every 2 weeks. And I'm very basic. I love the Olive and June French tip nails. Those are literally bulletproof nails. They will not chip, they will not crack. They can have you digging with your hands and they're not going to break. I doubt that, but I use my hands a lot for work because I cook a lot and I teach people about nutrition and I work out and I train people. So for me, they last a long time, a very long time. And they just look so sexy and elegant. And then another thing is, like, if you always wanted to dress a certain way, literally start figuring out what the commonality is between all of your saved outfit inspo pics and start buying the staple pieces. Start buying the capsule wardrobe pieces. So the pieces that you keep seeing everywhere. If it's the boots, if it's the type of jeans, if it's the type of top, if it's a belt. So, like, literally invest in it. And when you invest in it, I say invest because you're going to want to buy the highest quality version of it. So if it's a belt, buy a high quality real leather belt that actually fits you. If you like things to be low waisted, buy a belt that fits your hips. If you want it to be high waisted, buy a belt that fits your waist. Not that hard, but sometimes you just have to have these things spelled out to you. If it was me 5 years ago, I would have still been pretty lost on this concept unless someone told it to me in my face. So that's what I'm doing for you ladies today. And then things like working out. It's not that hard to figure out what you need to do. There is a lot of mumbo jumbo on the internet and on Instagram about what specifically you're supposed to do to achieve your dream body. But honey, ChatGPT exists nowadays. Claude AI exists nowadays. I prefer Claude to ChatGPT. And you can literally ask it, what would you like, ask it questions like prompts. Like, if you were a personal trainer, pretend to be my personal trainer. How would you figure out the best plan for me, for my goals? And then it's going to role play with you as if it's your personal trainer. And then boom, you now have an actual plan. You can tell it how advanced you are, if you're doing a home gym, if you're going to the gym, if you don't want to do weights at all, if you just want to do, like, I don't know, Pilates, yoga, you can tell it what you want to do and it's going to figure it out for you. Stop living in this someday, I wish, if only type of mindset and start doing it. These pictures that you see when you go on Pinterest, when you go on YouTube, whenever you go on Instagram, these pictures are real. A lot of them are AI, but these pictures show you that this reality does exist. It exists for other people, so that means it can exist for you. All you have to do is put in a little bit of work and go after it. That's literally it. Having a constantly inspired mood and mindset is going to propel you into your future self, into your dream self. And you'll start noticing all the really simple things you can start doing. So maybe one of your things that you have as, like, on your vision board or as your dream self is that you want to start a YouTube channel. Well, figure out what you want to talk about, what you want to do on there, and you can literally post anything. Everyone has a niche. I will say, if you do pick a niche, you should not ever say anything that's a complete ultimatum unless you know you're never going to go back on that, because that backfires on anyone that becomes an influencer. Like that one girl that was saying, like, never get married, and then she got married. And then she was trying to justify it, being like, oh, well, I'm in a really good situation, blah, 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 blah. But she said the ultimatums of, I will never get engaged, I will never get married. And then she still did. So don't box yourself into a bad scandal like that if you start doing social media or YouTube. But literally, like, just start doing the things you want to do. And pretty soon you realize, I'm getting so much momentum, everything's going my way, all my dreams are coming true. And why is that? It's because you actually started putting action into your dreams. Yes, it's great to visualize and to have an idea of where you want to go. I mean, you can't get to where you're going without the destination in your GPS, right? So it is good to have an idea of where you want to go, but honey, you gotta start putting in the work. Gotta start doing everything you need to do to achieve that. And pretty soon you're going to look back 6 months from now and go, wow, I really did create my dream life. Or if you're not completely there, you can still admit, I'm so much closer to my dream life than I ever was a year ago, 2 years ago. And it's because I finally decided to start doing those small, easy things that inspire me, that gives me passion, that lights my fire. And it made me feel even closer to my dream self. And the closer you feel to your dream self, the more you act like your dream self. You'll start noticing that you start spending money on all the right things that resonates with you. Like I remember I've always wanted to be a super wellness centered person. I've always cared a lot about myself and taking good care of my health. And I remember the first time I realized I was spending like really good money not on stupid shit anymore and actually on my wellness. I remember I started going to the chiropractor and I realized I spent like over $500 in the past couple months just going to see the chiropractor, but I felt so good. I loved getting feedback on my body. And I realized, oh my God, I am that girl that truly prioritizes her wellness and her health, because instead of spending that money on clothes, like cheap clothes on Shein or TikTok Shop or your Instagram, or just at Ross or TJ Maxx, I decided to invest that in my health, and I have a better understanding of my body. I feel better in my body. I literally feel like I know myself so much better, and I am that girl that prioritizes her health and her wellness. That is me. Because if it wasn't, why would I be spending money on my food? Why would I be spending money on the gym? Why would I be spending money on different things that are valuable to me, that are centered around holistic wellness? So that's one of the things that also helps too, is just really putting your money where your mouth is. And if you want to be that girl that has a million hobbies, girl, you better you better start doing it. Like, it's so easy to get into. If you want to start rollerblading, look up rollerblades right now and buy some. You could get them off Facebook Marketplace. You could get them at the thrift store if you're lucky and you're willing to test out and see if your luck is good enough to not get ringworm. But go for it. Just literally start doing it. Stop wishing, stop hoping, stop one day this will happen or one day I'll do this, and just start doing it. And soon you'll look back and realize, oh my God, I created the life of my dreams. The key really is to stay inspired, always be inspired. That's why I love Pinterest so much, minus all the ads. Everything's an ad nowadays. But I always see pictures where I'm like, wow, I want to start wearing more green, or wow, I can't wait to buy multiple bikinis because that's what I want to do this summer. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the springs. I want to play volleyball in my bikini. You will start seeing these things that embody what you want. And if you really pay attention, you'll see what you have to do to become your dream self and to do the things your dream self does. It's in the photos, or else the photos wouldn't inspire you. And another note is, again, do not live your life for someone else's approval. Why are you having someone else be the dictator of what's good and what's bad? That's so stupid. That's so ignorant. Because the thing is, if you look at their life, and if you would change anything about their life, then why are you listening to them? Like, would you live their life? No, you wouldn't, because they dress bad. You don't like their style. They're not like cunty enough. They don't have enough like diva energy. Or maybe they dress like a boy and you don't like that aesthetic. Sure, yeah, they make good money. Yeah, they have a good place and they have a good love life, but you still don't like everything about their life. So why are you going to listen to everything that they say? Plus, they're not you. And most of the time, whenever people are judging you, it's not because they have your best intention in mind. It's because they're trying to tear you down, because they're insecure about themselves when they're around you. People that really critique you and try to bring you down instead of lifting you up, because there is a difference between helpful critiques and then there's also just literally shitting on someone. And I have had both in my life. And I've always noticed that the helpful critiques, they're never meant to hurt my feelings. They are more of a suggestion, and they're usually from people that are very, very close to me. But the hurtful criticisms, there's nothing beneficial from it. All it usually is the real message is stop doing this. It's always stop. It's never, hey, I love that you're getting into more athleisure, but I think that it'd be more flattering if you were this color or wore this cut. No, it's, why are you recording videos and posting on YouTube?
like you're trying to be an influencer that's so cringy. That's not an actual real critique. That's a judgment. And that's actually a judgment made out of insecurities because they're too insecure to start their own YouTube. So instead of facing the fact that they are a scared little bitch, they're going to try to tear you down and keep you from doing it because the more you do it, the more insecure they become because they're not brave enough to do it. They don't have the courage to start something new. So that's where people have this audacity to even critique your life and tell you what you're doing is wrong, is because their insecurity is so strong that they would rather tear you down than lift you up and support you. Because all my friends that have truly been good friends in my life, when I've told them I'm doing a new endeavor, their wish is always the same: be safe, be smart, don't hurt yourself with what you're doing. But congratulations, that's good for you. If it makes you happy, I'm happy for you that you're doing it. If your friends are tearing you down for it, and I, I literally got torn down, ripped apart piece by piece, from one of my ex-friends, and it was my best friend in the whole world. And her husband came for me. They were talking about how I'm trying to be in this like this influencer, and it's never gonna work. I have another channel and I already have over 10,000 subscribers on it. And when my videos went viral, I got over 100,000 views. And what happened was they were trying to tell me whenever I was starting to get growth and momentum on it, oh, you're so stupid. Like, you're trying to be this influencer. You look so stupid. You look so cheap. It's embarrassing. And then we stopped being friends. And they were trying to get me to stop posting. And for a little bit it worked. But then I check back in. I'm on YouTube and I see that my ex best friend is posting videos. So it's like, oh, so it's embarrassing when I do it, but whenever you do it, it's not embarrassing. No, honey, that's projection, that's insecurities, and that's jealousy. And last time I saw, she only posted 3 things, and that was over a year ago. So obviously her insecurities got the best of her, and her jealousy, whenever she saw that my videos kept growing, my channel kept growing, that obviously took a hit on her ego and stopped her in her tracks. So I'm speaking from experience when I say that people that are trying to hinder your progress, that aren't actually offering any good advice, it's not a real criticism. It's actually, or no, it's not a real critique, it's just criticism. They're just doing it because they're jealous and insecure, and they don't have the guts to do even half the things that you're trying to do right now. So that's your reminder to never let someone else dictate what you do in your own life. Because if you did that, then you're living in someone else's box. You're not making this world your own. And the chances of being born, I think it's like 1 in 4 trillion to actually be born. So I count everyone that's alive as an extremely lucky person because you won the genetic race. You were able to be born and you're able to listen to this video. So why the hell are you going to let anyone tell you what to do with your life? Why are you going to let anyone hold you back from going after your dreams, from getting the dream body, getting the dream job, wearing the clothes you want to wear, having your nails done all the time, and starting a career on YouTube or starting a career in modeling or acting? Or maybe you just want to do something very low key. But do not let these other people get to you because they are insecure, jealous, little bitches. And you are not insecure or jealous because you are working on yourself and you don't tear other people down. So I hope you all enjoyed this video so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to talk about in the next video. And stay pretty, stay sexy, and stay living your dream life and making your own choices for yourself. Lots of love. XOXO. Goodbye.